All right, good morning. So, if you're joining us today, we are practicing a guided mindful awareness meditation practice. And this really comes to us both coupled from the Western tradition of mindfulness and the Eastern tradition of Zen Buddhism. And when we talk about mindfulness, what we're really talking about is a focused sense of attention and really training our attention to focus on a particular point in the present moment, really bringing all of our faculties into awareness of the present moment. And when we talk about awareness, we're talking about something a little less active and a little more passive, and that awareness is always present, always available, always online in the background. And it's really an invitation for us to drop into that open field of awareness and bring that into our main area of focus and attention at any given time. So we're going to be playing with a little bit of both, bringing our attention and awareness into a contracted point of focus and then broadening that awareness into a more expansive state and then bringing that back in. So our practice this morning will be just around half an hour, but feel free to join us for whatever length serves you, and we'll go ahead and get started. So starting first with a comfortable seat. We always want to start by building our posture in a way that can support and sustain us through our practice. So we like to do that by, if we're sitting on the floor, perhaps propping our hips up with the cushion. It can be really nice to get the hips above the knees, elevated just above the knees, as a way of helping us maintain that proper support. And if you're sitting on a chair or a sofa, I encourage you to scoot to the edge of your seat so that you can have both feet planted flat on the floor, and it can really allow you to have a naturally erect, elongated spine. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable here. Finding a position that works best for you. Sometimes if we have injuries to the knees, or just have trouble sitting on the floor, then using a chair can be a nice alternative. So once you've found yourself settled into your posture, you can let your hands just fall either comfortably open in your lap or perhaps palms face down or face up on the knees. Beginning to notice the weight of the sits bones falling on the cushion beneath you. Just feeling the gravity and the heaviness of the low body. Moving our awareness now up through the spine, allowing for a natural elongation of the spine, vertebrae stacked on top of vertebrae. Lengthening through the crown of the head, broadening through the collarbones and the shoulders. Let the shoulders just fall easily down the back, really supporting the opening of the front body, the opening of the heart. And finding length through the back of the neck, you can give a slight tuck of the chin, as if bowing in reverence to the divine before you. Begin to release any tension in the face, letting go behind the eyeballs, in between the eyebrows, the jaw, the throat. letting go of any tension in the body that may be restricting your breathing, softening through the low belly, the pelvic area, and softening the tension even between the fingers and the toes. A lot of the times when we come to a meditation practice, we bring a lot of effort to the cushion. We hear that it's a practice and we think it requires efforting, and the irony is that this efforting actually tends to get in the way of the practice. The practice is really about being rather than doing. So I invite you in this space to just allow yourself to be. To be here, now, in this moment, in this space. We can gently begin to deepen the breath. Just seeing if perhaps you can begin to find a natural, effortless rhythm to your breathing. And bringing our attention to any thoughts, any questions, dreams, or images that may be swirling around in the mind. And simply noticing them as if noticing leaves pass by on a swift flowing river. With grace, on an exhale, you can just let them go. And bringing our awareness now to the heart space. Noticing any emotions that may be lingering in the heart space. And without judgment and without attachment, on an exhale, you can let them go. And letting our attention fall down into the body. Noticing any tension or any sensations that may be arising in the body space. Any aches and pains. And without judgment and without attachment, with grace, on an exhale, simply let them go. Allowing our focused attention to fall now just at the tip of the nose, the tip of the nostrils, where the air meets our nostrils. On an inhale, we can notice the coolness of the breath as it enters in through the nostrils. And on the exhale, we can become aware of the heat of the air as it exits the body through the nostrils. I'll ring a bell now, indicating the beginning of our mindful awareness practice. And we'll just spend a little bit of time here being with the breath as it enters and exits the body through the nostrils. If at any time you find yourself preoccupied by the swirling thoughts of the mind, simply bring your awareness back to the breath, to the tip of the nose, to the cooling and warming sensations of the breath entering and exiting the body. And bringing our awareness now to the interior of the body. Softening through the low belly, see if you can bring your breath all the way in through the nostrils, down through the throat, past the heart space in the diaphragm, as low as the pelvic floor. So following the breath now from beyond the tip of the nostrils, down as low as we can take it on an inhale, and following as it works its way back up through the low belly, the diaphragm, the lungs and heart space, the throat and the nostrils on its way out. Again, we're not really efforting or straining to deepen and elongate the breath here. We're just simply noting how deep, how far in can we take our breath, knowing that where we are today may change tomorrow. May change in 5 moments from now. Moving our awareness now from the space inside the body to the space outside and around the body. Noticing the subtle field of energy that surrounds the body. Noticing the space to your right, to your left. Noticing the space in front and behind you. And noticing even the space beneath and above you. Allowing your awareness to extend beyond the four walls of the room in which you sit, into the house or building you're currently in. See if you can begin to breathe in a way in which your breath covers the expanse of the building. Breathing so deeply that perhaps it spills over and beyond into the streets. Into your neighborhood, your city. Broadening and deepening so that both awareness and breath extend beyond the city into the state, into the earth that you call home. Beyond county lines, beyond state lines, beyond national borders. Not only does your breath cover and fill the earth, but it begins to fill the atmosphere. The air around you. Allowing the spaciousness of the atmosphere around you to fill you from within. Feeling a sense of spaciousness within the body. Perhaps a floating-like quality or sensation as your presence and awareness grows with the broadening and deepening of the breath. Taking you beyond earth and into the heavens. into the cosmos. Into the arms of love. And allowing this floating like sensation to remain, this sense of boundless being. Maintaining this broadened sense of awareness. Begin to make your way back home, back to the body. Bringing our awareness again back to these spaces to the right and the left of the body, to the space in front and behind, beneath and above. Maintaining the deepening of breath through the low belly. Allow your attention and awareness to fall once again to the tips of the nostrils. Slowly beginning to wiggle through the fingers and the toes, bringing yourself back to the present moment. So I'd love to hear any comments or any questions that may have arisen through the practice. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and if you do take time to enjoy this practice on your own, please drop us a comment and let us know how you experienced it. And I encourage you to carry this sense of boundlessness, this sense of openness and mindful awareness with you throughout your day, knowing that at any point in the day, if you feel like your mind may be scattered or you're feeling a little overwhelmed by emotions or sensations within the body, that we can always drop our awareness back down to our breath, coming to the simplicity of the inhalation and the exhalation. Finding that sense of spaciousness and open awareness that really allows us to gain clarity and gain a sense of perspective over our experience, and allows us then to mindfully and gracefully and with discernment go forth in action, whatever that may be in our particular circumstance or our situation in our day and our life. So that's the practice. Thank you so much.